Hi, this is Sarah, the owner of PH Clean, and it's been a while since I've done a client update, so I wanted to just touch base with everybody. It's July. We're moving through this COVID stuff, still here, and so I just wanted to take a minute to touch base as summer is in full force and let you guys know what we're doing and maybe some different changes we have going on. So one thing is the heat and the humidity is already started. So we'll occasionally send out a reminder as far as heat goes with staff working, especially with the reusable shoe covers that we have, as well as the masks that they're wearing. Just adds another layer that can be hard to work with and work through if the house is extra humid or extra hot. So we'll occasionally send a please remember to turn your AC down email. But just in general, know that we do tell technicians that it is okay to take the AC, say it's on 78, take that down to 72 or so when they're there and cleaning if you're not home, and then place that back where they left it. Just really about comfort level and working hard for several hours straight. Their furnaces go up a lot higher internally than yours does when you're just in the home sitting or working at your desk or something like that. So if you are home and notice that it's a little warm in there or might be, just check in with them. They really appreciate that. Just makes it a little easier to work through, especially hot, humid days. And then speaking of the heat and humidity, we've dealt with some different things as far as masks go. We're working on finding the best masks for our staff to wear. We have these, which are great, easy to put on. Some of the staff are wearing the ones that tie, and we really leave that choice up to them, whatever fits their face better, whatever fits their comfort level better. And so we're providing those. If they want to wear something on their own that's a more appropriate fit, we do allow that. But speaking of masks, that's one of our changes that we're making in our policy for staff. So I wanted to let you know what that looks like moving forward for this July and maybe July, August. We're still playing things by ear a little bit, 1 month at a time. But our staff will always bring and have a mask at the job and have it on at the door. They are required to wear it when you are home. So when the client's home, when you're home, when you're in the same visible space with them, moving around on the same space with them, the staff will have their masks on. If you specifically have told them or told the office that because of a health concern, you want them to always have their mask on no matter where they are in relation to you in the home, we will let them know that, and that will be on the work order. Just let us know. If you have health issues or a little bit older, even if you're not in the home, we will instruct staff to wear their masks. And so some of those little notes and changes, everybody's slightly different. Please email the office, and then we can put that in the work order. If the staff happens to have, allergies are up, or they have just the common cold, we're instructing them to wear their mask the entire time, even if you're not home. So those are the times that we want them to wear their masks, when you're home and in the same space that they're in, when you're visibly within the same space that they're in. Then the change is really that we're letting them take the mask off when they're working, when you're not in the home or space. So if you're not home, we're telling them that they're able to take their masks off. They're always going to have them with them. If you come home, they'll be able to put that back on. But if you're gone from that job or area, they're not going to be required to wear that mask just because of that heat issue, and we're doing physical work. The other thing is, if you are home, say you're working in your office and the techs are cleaning on the upper level and nobody else is there, we're telling them that that is okay to take their masks off. So We wanted to communicate that with you. If you have specific concerns about that, let us know. We're still doing the shoe covers. We still have the gloves for bathroom cleanings and that sort of things, and they're still sanitizing in between, and taking their tools into the office for trade-in, sanitizing in between homes. So that's continuing, but it's more of a working comfort level with the physical nature of the job that we have decided to shift that, especially in this July-August season. So that's really the big change for us. As far as things that we ask you as a client to let us know, we'll still be sending those weekly reminders. We'll try to send those out maybe just a few days ahead of time before you're cleaning. But if you've traveled to a hot spot, not necessarily outside of Iowa, but the hot spots are always changing. So we're just asking if you've traveled recently to a hot spot, for example, Houston, please let us know, and we will skip that cleaning or talk to us about your travels so that we can make sure that our staff isn't going into a place where there's possible exposure. So let us know if you travel to a hot spot. Vice versa, our technicians are being instructed as well not to travel to those hot spots. If they do, or if they have any exposure, they're doing the same thing. They're not coming into work. They're quarantining. Or if there's a concern, we don't let them come back to work until they get a test. So that's happening on our end, but on the client end, we're still asking you guys to be vigilant and careful for our staff's sake as well. So again, another thing that we ask in that weekly reminder is if you don't feel well, somebody in your household doesn't feel well, or had some possible exposure, just tell us and we'll skip you that time until you get the all clear. So that's consistent. We'll continue with those weekly reminders throughout this season. We'll just see what happens, and we'll let you know if we're going to change our process that way at all. We do have trainers training in homes. So you might see if you're lucky enough to have a trainer, that somebody cleaning your home who's been promoted to training, that's a great experience for them. They're being rewarded with a raise for that. And so they're doing their training. They're trying to maintain that social distance, having a mask on when they're training. But if you have somebody who's a trainer, they will have a trainee with them in your home. If they're assigned or on rotation to do that. If that's something that you don't want to happen, you need to switch technicians, sorry, but we need to have our trainers have that flexibility to train. So congratulate them, and we're really proud of our trainers. They've got really good quality and skills to pass on, and that's just a way for them to move up in the company. But if that's not something that you're comfortable with, we'll just switch you to a technician who is not a trainer. So that's how that works. What else? I want to tell you guys about client referrals. So we do have client referrals. I think it's for the month of July. It might be for July and August. I have to get my little cards out and look at them again. But you'll start to see a little card left. You should see this as of the end of this week, and then for sure next week and the week after that. It's a $30 client referral card. $30 for you, for a restaurant of your choice, and $30 for any client or somebody, a friend, a neighbor that you refer that becomes a client. So that's $60. And then it's to a restaurant, local restaurant. As long as we can get a gift certificate from them, we'll go out and do that. So you can communicate your choice as far as a restaurant that you choose. And you can have a client referral reward as often as you want. So we do encourage you guys to use that. If you have a friend, a neighbor, a coworker, just give them that card. And then if they become an ongoing client, you get a $30 gift certificate, and they get a $30 gift certificate. to a restaurant of your choice. And they don't have to be the same restaurant. So that's coming up. Look for them. We always have client referral rewards of some kind, so watch for those. Wanted to also remind people that we are doing commercial cleaning in offices, and we'll do that now nights and weekends. So that's been a change. We're working on hiring a permanent evening and weekend person, and so we're excited to kind of branch out that direction and figure out how to incorporate that a little bit more into PH Clean family. That's for Ankeny and Ames area, both. What else? We've got, just a reminder also that the only guaranteed start time that we have is that first home of the day, that 8:30 start time. If you are the second home of the day, you might even be the third home of the day. Sometimes, just if the schedule gets a little tricky, you'll know it. But if you're the first home of the day, you have that guaranteed start time. Second homes of the day, the start times are going to vary. So that's really going to depend on that first home. The first home that your technician might have might change, and it might be a different home. So then your normal, what you think about as your normal start time might vary. If it's super important to you to know that you have one start time only, then we'll need to switch your schedule and get you on the morning. Just something to be aware of, that we can give you a guaranteed spot. We'll just need to find one in the morning for you. If you want a spot not in the morning at 8:30, then it's going to vary. Our technicians sometimes, especially now when we're getting busy, they will do first home of the day, second home of the day, and then they might go do a third home, or two people might come together and help each other finish up a third home. So especially with staffing in this time, we need to be pretty flexible, because we do have staff who think that they might be exposed. They have flu-like symptoms. So we're not going to let them come to work. We're not going to let them be in your home. And that just means that while they wait to get a test, while they wait to get test results back, we have to change the schedule a little bit. So please do watch and ask for your understanding on that. But if you're seeing different technicians, sometimes that's the case. So we've had a higher rate of people out and absent because of that. It's nothing we count against them. We're doing, we're not doing anything punitive as far as absences and things like that go. Just as the CDC recommends and the Iowa Department of Health recommends, we want to encourage staff to stay home. So that's any little symptom when they ask us about it, or they do their daily check-in. If they've got any temperature, if they've got, a spouse who has a temperature, or a housemate who has a temperature, for example, we tell them to stay home. And so you might find that your technician changes a little bit, or you're seeing more fill-ins. That's practically speaking, that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. We'll do our best to get somebody else in there in your same kind of time frame, but I'd rather have them stay at home, go get a test, get cleared before they come back to work. So that's kind of what we have to deal with as far as part of keeping you safe and other people in our office safe, and the people that they work around as well. Otherwise, I think we're all kind of getting used to this. So we've encouraged our staff, and we really want to always encourage our clients as well, and anybody that we work with, to wear your masks out in public when you can't social distance, when you're in close quarters with people. And we really support that, and we want to educate our staff, and we really appreciate our clients. Thank you for social distancing with our staff when they are in your home. Thank you for making that easy for them. Sometimes it's easy to forget. The other day I reached out and I shook somebody's hand, and I thought, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have done that. It's just a really odd time we live in. But our staff appreciates you and the way that you welcome them into your home and then give them the space to do their job. And so, please know that you're appreciated that way. Thank you for using pH Clean. Our staff really appreciates having jobs to come to every day and being helpful and doing a job that matters. So we appreciate that. If you have any questions, email Daniel in Ames at daniel@phclean, the manager. Jessica in Ankeny, the manager, is at manager@phclean.net, I should say. So just let us know if you have any questions or if you need any clarification about anything. And we really thank you for being part of our family. And we hope you stay cool and have an enjoyable summer. Thank you.